Okay. So we're coming back to do more on the forearm balance preparation. I know I said to stay tuned, and I apologise for not getting back sooner. So Tamika's going to help me today. We're going to start with some more shoulder prep before we go into the forearm balance. So Tamika's going to lie on her stomach on the floor with the hands onto the seat of the chair. When you do this, make sure your feet don't touch the wall. So you want to stay away from the wall, so when you extend your feet, the toes, so she's going to go up. The heel of the hand, the whole hand has to go up onto the seat. If that's too strong on your shoulders, Tamika, let me know. Okay. So she's got to press strongly down through the roots of all the fingers so that it lifts up. If she was to let the fingers come soft, and I'm not going to ask her to do that, it hangs in the elbow joint and possibly in the shoulders if you're loose in the shoulders. So you have to keep a strong grip. Step across, and I'm going to check that her rotation is from the inner, the bicep side, to the outer edge, and I'm going to encourage that rotation so she also understands it, because Tamika can overdo her armpit joint a little bit, so holding that strong is important. And I'm pressing down on her shoulder blade so it encourages and it gives her the understanding of the movement. The middle body presses down, and she's going to extend the legs away, so that will hook the tailbone and keep that end of the body extended, so she's getting a back bend action. So in this position, shoulder blades moving in, on and towards the ribs, and the front ribs are opening up, so we're getting a little bit of a back bend action. Okay, have the hands down on the floor, Tamika, have a rest. I'm going to get her to bring her hands up. If by chance you're doing this at home and your hands up here are too high, she will take them up, Tamika. You can always go to the rung, or even put bricks in front of you and put the bricks, hands onto the bricks. If you have shoulder injuries, start with on the floor with your hands just extending so that you can feel, because that was the instance, then that would be enough for you. So she's moving up, she's very strong. I'm going to check that shoulder's being held, yes. So she's getting that extension. She also wants to feel, what you want to feel here is that the side ribs are moving forward. So you get a sense of moving your forward on your sternum, and then backward and downward action on the back body, so that you have the front moving up, the back moving back. So it's the same all the way. Underside arm is moving up all the way to the pads of the fingers, and from the knuckle, it comes back on the top side of the arm. Okay, have a rest, Tamika. So the second one we'll do will be the reverse of that movement. She's going to turn around, sit up, onto this brick right there with her legs facing forward. If your hamstrings are tight, you can have the legs bent because it's shoulder work. If you can handle them straight without compromising your back, then do so. Now the first one I'm going to do for Tamika, I'm going to turn the chair around, and she can take her arms back and hold on to the legs. That will give us an idea of how the shoulders are performing. It's a nice place to start. I'm going to push the chair back a little bit because you can see Tamika's shoulders a little bit forward. So when I come from here, I'm going to put my hands on the tip of the shoulder blade, draw it down, and the point of the arm goes upwards and backwards. And with the grip on the chair, you can actually do that yourself. You push onto the chair and you get the shoulders down. So she wants to feel to move the trapezius down a little bit more, if she can. Okay, and this moving in. All right, and the chest is lifted. So I'm looking for symmetry at the front of the body. The right shoulder is a little more up than the other one. So take your hand down a little bit. Both of them actually, yeah. And I want to see if we can get this as either tension in the muscle or the shoulder blades coming up. So we want to watch that when you go into the movement. Yeah, that's why the preparation is important. It's still up, okay, have a rest. And we often have these symmetries, asymmetries we all have. It's understanding that you've got them and not to push through, root through them. Work with them by all means, but don't overdo it. Take it back again. In the same position, we'll try to make that a little bit lower. Yeah, there we go. Now pull the shoulder blades down behind you. Yeah, that's it, that's it, that's it. Now that looks good. So basically, better. It still has a propensity to go up. So what's happening is, can you feel the difference between that? Can you feel it with that? Yeah, you can. Good. I think we've talked about that before, haven't we? Yeah. Going on here. So for Tamika, her hands there, so she can really access here is where she should work at. Even though I'm fairly confident Tamika could put her hands up on the seat of the chair, it would not do her shoulders any good. Maybe the ego, yes, but not the shoulders. So she can work with that. And it'll give better grounding and foundation for the work that we're going to do. Okay, release the hands now, and then you're going to come up.